JanataTelevision, and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Government urges public to take booster dose. House Committee directs government to protect people from new variant of coronavirus. Elected leaders of RPP sworn in, chairman to assign responsibility based on contribution. Supreme Court justices resume regular hearings. 10 benches conduct hearings of 336 cases in a single day. Residents in Sado of Indonesia volcano reckoned with ruin. At least 14 people have been killed and hundreds left homeless. And Manchester United make winning start under Rangnick. Fred scores late winner as United stretch unbeaten run. The government has urged the citizens who have taken 2 doses of vaccine against coronavirus to take a booster dose. Minister of Health and Population Birod Khatioda made such remark yesterday during a meeting at the Education and Health Committee of Parliament. The minister said that the government is making preparations in the regard following the recommendation of the World Health Organization to administer booster dose. During the meeting, Minister Khatioda stated that the government has banned the entry of people from 10 countries where Omicron variant of coronavirus have been reported. Similarly, the committee member Yogesh Bhattrai, Director General of the Department of Health Services Dr. Dipendra Singh and MP Jeevan Ram Shrestha urged the general public to abide by health protocols to remain safe from the new variant. Meanwhile, Director General of the Family Welfare Division of the Ministry, Dr. Vivek Lal, said, referring to a study of WHO, that the Omicron variant is not so fatal as it has been portrayed. Committee member Khagraj Adhikari said that Nepal lacks adequate research regarding COVID-19 infection. The committee meeting discussed in general the impact which the new variant might cause among the people and public health. Experts and MPs present in the meeting warned that the new variant is likely to surface in Nepal and urged everyone to abide by health safety protocols. The Education and Health Committee of the House of Representatives has directed the Ministry of Health and Population to start necessary preparations to protect the people from the Omicron variant of coronavirus. The House panel issued such directive to the government yesterday during a meeting held with Minister for Health and Population Birod Khatioda, stating that the new variant of coronavirus has already been detected in neighboring country. Chairperson of the committee, Jaya Puri Kharti, said that proper measures must be taken to avoid the entry of the virus as Nepal shares open border with India. The committee has directed the government to allow entry of people from the border areas only after ensuring that they have taken vaccine against COVID-19 and after conducting tests. Chairperson Kharti also urged the government to vaccinate the entire population of the country at the earliest. The committee chair said that the issue of new variant is more important at the moment than other political issues. Newly elected office bearers of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party took oath of office in secrecy amid a function yesterday. A report. Coordinator of the party's Central Election Committee, Hari Bahadur Basnet, administered oath to the elected party office bearers, including its chairperson, Rajendra Lingden. Similarly, Vice Chairperson Buddhiman Tamang, Bikram Pandey, Thurpa Bahadur Pradhan, Roshan Karki, General Secretary Dhawal Samsir Rana, Bhuvan Pathak and Kunti Kumari Shaha were sworn in. A 149-member party Central Committee was elected from the election. Newly elected Chairperson Rajendra Lingden has urged the leaders and cadres who left the party at different times to run to the party again. At the oath-taking ceremony, Chairperson Lingden ruled out the provision of hand-picking office bearers but providing responsibility to the newly elected leaders on the basis of their performance and contribution to the party. Lingden announced that RPP would be established as an alternative political force in the contemporary politics of Nepal. On the occasion, former Chairperson Pasupati Samsir Rana hoped the party would forward the issues of nationality, democracy and liberalism as the leadership was handed over now. Similarly, other former chairperson of the party, Dr. Prakash Chandra Lohani, said the party should be established as a nationalist force based on democratic thought, norms and system. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 200 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 822,592. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 804,544 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,541 after the virus claimed one more life yesterday. The number of active cases of coronavirus in Nepal is currently 6,507. Nepal is currently among top 47 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 49.96 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.64 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 266.12 million people across the world and claimed over 5.27 million lives. Supreme Court justices held hearings of all cases yesterday. A report. Altogether, 10 benches were formed through lottery system yesterday. Among them, 8 were division benches and 2 single benches. The division dealt with a total of 336 cases. There were 13 cases allocated to single bench of Justice Dr. Manoj Kumar Shrestha. The hearing was conducted on all cases and order issued accordingly. Similarly, Justice Deepak Kumar Karki and Bam Kumar Shrestha's division bench conducted hearing on 38 cases. Verdicts were delivered in 9 cases and an order issued in 1 of them. Other benches also conducted hearings smoothly. Verdicts were delivered on 23 cases and order issued in 40. Hearing in the Supreme Court was effected last Wednesday and Thursday after Chief Justice Solendra Samser Rana was taken ill due to pneumonia and COVID-19 infection. Acting Chief Justice was not appointed during the CJ's absence. The hearing, however, was conducted effectively since Friday. The justices in the Supreme Court had been refusing to conduct hearings since October 24 after the Chief Justice was accused of claiming his stake during the expansion of the Council of Ministers. The justices had been protesting and demanding answer to the question on Chief Justice's involvement in seeking his share for a ministerial position and implementation of the report prepared by Justice Hari Krishna Karki. The justices have returned to regular business from Sunday after the SC decided to conduct hearing of the cases on the basis of lottery system. And now the news from economic front. Export of Nepali products to neighboring India and other countries through Birganj custom has increased significantly in the first quarter of the current fiscal year. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Surrounded by a scene of molten ash and mud, residents living in the shadow of Indonesia's Mount Semeru combed through ruined belongings after their homes were blanketed by the volcanic eruption on Saturday. Fathers cradled distressed daughters, elderly villagers held mattresses on their backs, and farmers carried goats that had survived, trying to salvage that what could from where the village once existed. The eruption has killed 14 people and injured 56, a disaster mitigation agency officials said on Sunday. The injuries, 35 of which were severe, were lower than the previous count of 98. The official also said 1,300 people had been evacuated. It also left many homeless and hundreds into shelters. At a local mosque, mothers sat on the floor next to their sleeping children, fortunate to have escaped the deluge that encased entire villages in ash and left dozens with severe burns. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Ralph Rangnick's reign at Manchester United got off to a winning start as Fred's-led winner overcame a stubborn Crystal Palace 1-0 at Old Trafford. Rangnick looked set to endure a frustrating first outing as United interim manager as Palace weathered an early onslaught before stating another dogged defensive display at a ground where they were unbeaten in their previous 2 visits. But the Eagles' resistance was broken 13 minutes from time when Fred curled his second Premier League goal of the season into the top corner of the Palace net with his unfavored right boot. For Palace, Fred's winner was compounded by the fact it came less than 2 minutes after Jordan Ayew had squandered their best chance of winning at Old Trafford for the second successive season. The victory extends United's post-Ole Gunnar Solskjaer unbeaten run in all competitions to 4 matches and lifts them up to 6th in the Premier League, 3 points outside the top 4, while Palace drop a place to 12th after suffering their third straight defeat. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Government urges public to take booster dose. House Committee directs government to protect people from new variant of coronavirus. Elected leaders of RPP sworn in, chairman to assign responsibility based on contribution. Supreme Court justices resume regular hearings. 10 benches conduct hearings of 336 cases in a single day. Residents in Sado of Indonesia volcano reckoned with ruin. At least 14 people have been killed and hundreds left homeless. And Man United make winning start under Rangnick. Fred scores led winner as United stretch unbeaten run. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.